Welcome to Selfish Confidence, a place where we can connect and be real about how hard it is to be your damn self. I'm your host, Jess, and my goal is to help you build confidence and belief in yourself to live any life path you want, even if it's unconventional. It's time to break down those barriers and connect with women who've also felt on the outside by their life choices. We're encouraging you to grab the mic and speak your truth. I know it can be scary, but we're in this together. We got this. Let's dive in. Hello. Happy Motivation Monday. I was having a little technical difficulties here this morning. I guess some low internet connections, but I was taking a few minutes hopping on late this morning because I really needed to sort my own stuff out before coming on live and sharing something with you today. And I think it's really important that we do that we put ourselves first and that we really focus inward before we share a message out. Because for so long, especially since starting this podcast, I often put you first. And that's not a bad thing. I absolutely love you and I love putting you first. But I'm noticing more and more as my anxiety heightens, as I get ready to do episodes and I plan things out, that I really need to take care of myself too. And as I was journaling this morning, I was sitting down, eating some peanut butter toast, hanging out, and just like writing out some things that were coming to my mind. Like knowing what I need to do to help my anxiety, knowing that I need to, move my body, and knowing that I need to go for walks and prioritize these things for my mental health, but not doing them. And I wanted to talk to you today about the areas of your life that maybe you're doing that too. That we know we're supposed to be doing certain things, and those different areas of your life where you're supposed to be doing things a certain way, where that, if you wanted to run a marathon, you have to train, right? You have to put in the reps, you have to lace up your sneakers. But I don't know about you, when I trained for a marathon, I really didn't want to run. Hence why I'm not a runner anymore. But there's these areas of our life where we know we're supposed to be doing certain things. And it's not a should, like I should be eating better or I should be moving my body. It's a knowing that it's going to make your life better and it's going to lead you towards your goals. And we ignore them. And I actually think that we ignore these pieces because we don't want to know. We don't want to do the things. And not just because those are annoying, tedious things that we have to do, but there's actually this like upper limit that if we were to surpass that, if we were to keep going and actually get to that thing that we've been working for, we know what we have to face. We have to level ourselves up to get to that place. And by putting in the reps in and doing the work right now, it's actually getting us ready for that level, but it's a really scary level to get to. And I think that's what I've been doing lately with just letting my anxiety win in different areas of my life, just because it's easier than facing that level of myself. And I'm sure you're sitting there and you have something in your life too. Maybe it's a health journey. Happy Monday, right? And I roll my eyes as I say that because every time it's it's Monday, I'll start again on Monday, right? And maybe that's where you've been holding yourself back. Always going back to starting again on Monday. And I see that Caitlin's on here and I know that we have a different approach to wellness than always restarting on a Monday, but there's something about this day that makes you want to hit a reset button. Maybe it's in your business. Maybe it's in your wellness journey. Maybe for me, it's in the anxiety tactics that I use. But what if we were to just actually do the tactics and actually stay with what we said we were going to stay and keep those promises to ourselves that we put on ourselves all the time? And I'm not saying that it has to be perfect, but it would feel a freaking lot better today had I actually managed my anxiety on the weekend, had I actually done the things that I had wanted to do to take care of myself. There's something about that I just wanted to ignore it instead because it was easier, because I don't know what I'm going to do when I get to that next level. And maybe that's you too. Maybe there's something in your heart that you really want. Again, we can go back to the marathon running because for some reason that's what's in my head. But you really want to run a marathon. You psychopath. Good for you. I am so happy for you. I'll be there at the finish line cheering you on. But there's things that you have to do to get to that level, right? You have to put the reps in. You have to show up for those long runs. You have to dedicate Saturdays to hours of running. But if on Monday morning comes and you're just oh man, I should have done that on the weekend, you're never going to feel good and you're never going to get to that level that you want to get to of running a marathon, and maybe running a marathon at a certain speed. Same thing goes for your business, right? Same thing goes for your confidence journey. You want to feel more confident, you want to look sexy in your clothes, and you want to feel good and do all these things. There's things that you have to do in place to get there. Like really looking inward at that trauma that you have and leaning on it and figuring out and digging deep for where your confidence comes from and what helps you to feel more confident. It takes a lot of work. And we know that. And these levels that we want to get to, we know are going to be hard to get there. But what can you do today differently that's going to help you get to that level? That's going to help you to stop holding yourself back from taking the steps that we want to take. I think that's the big one for me. I know there's things in the place that I need to get to, but I don't always know how to get there, and I don't always want to show up. If you're looking for extra accountability and you're just like, oh man, I need some people to help lean on, send me a message, connect with me, because I know it makes a really big difference to have a sister in your pocket to really connect and just send a message to. The sisterhood that we have, I'm wearing my sweater today. I'm just being lazy and wearing my sweater, but the sisterhood that we have is really special for that, where you can lean on people and have accountability buddies and really connect with someone who wants the best for you too. And I think that plays a big role. I actually hide a lot. I stay in my bubble. I have these communities and I've created these beautiful spaces, but oftentimes when I'm facing some really hard things, I like to do it alone. Maybe you're the same way. But we really need to lean into these communities and find that peace and just know that there's someone there who wants the best for us too. So what is it that you're holding yourself back from today? What's that big vision that you have, that dream that you have on your heart? Last week we talked about daydreams. What's that daydream that you've been dreaming about? And what are those steps that it's going to take to get there? And why aren't you doing them? Why are you ignoring them? Is it because there's an upper limit that if you cross that limit, I don't know if you've read The Big Leap, but that's one that I've been really focusing on lately. If you cross that limit, you don't really know what to do with yourself at that level. So you bring yourself down to a place where you're more comfortable. But we want to get there. We want to get to those big places. So I challenge you to look at the habits that you've placed and really focus on them wholeheartedly, all in. If you were to stop holding yourself back, where would you be? And I don't say this in a way that's like, I'm better than you, I have it all figured out. We all know I don't have it figured out. That's what this podcast is all about. It's a come with me as I figure it out. And I know this year is going to challenge me to some big ass levels, some big levels. And I'm scared out of my mind. I think that's why I've been holding myself back. But I'm done doing it. I'm done holding myself back. And I'm ready to take on the challenge. And are you? Are you ready to take on the challenge of this life, this dream, this daydream that you have on your heart? Today's a new day. Don't let it pass you by without taking those steps forward. I'm so proud of you. And I'm so grateful that you're here and we're on this journey together. I'll talk to you soon. I am so grateful that we could connect today. If you enjoyed today's episode, share it with a friend or on your social media and tag me so I can personally thank you for helping me grow this community and get my message out there. And don't forget, you deserve to embrace your truth. It's time to live life your way.